Delighted to say I'm joined by two-time Leinster winner Johnny Magee, who of course captained Kilmacud Crokes to the All-Ireland club title in 2009. Johnny, how are you getting on?
Well, Shane, how are you?
Sure, I'm hanging in there. You're a games development officer with Geraldine Morans. Can you tell me what's it like for you at the moment, and would you like to see us getting back out onto the field? Do you feel we're at that stage?
Yeah, look, we obviously would love to see us back out in the field, but look, it's very hard to see with social distancing. But look, all things, the way things are going at the moment, look, things look positive. And look, the back to protocol is July 20th, and the kill camps are looking like there is a kind of a pathway back for that. But I suppose you won't know until as the weeks progress. I suppose it's trial by error. So the way things are going, I think it's positive. It's looking positive, and I reckon we will be back out in the fields in some shape or form. But I think it's crucial. Obviously, in terms of social distance and stuff. But if they get the green light, I think it'll just be massive lift for the GA community and the country in general. Just because of that kind of feel good factor. And I think a lot of good work that's going to happen within the communities around GA communities and what they've given back to the communities in relation to fundraising, doing shop deliveries and everything else. It's just been massive.
And you personally, would you feel comfortable going out coaching at the moment, or are you concerned? I mean, one thing that's come out in the past week is that you're 19 times more likely to contract the virus in a closed setting rather than an open air setting like being out in the field.
Yeah, no, look, I look, to be honest with you, I think I'll be okay with it. I'm sure, like what I've been hearing is that there's going to be a kind of a roadmap back to training, and there will be the GA are working on a roadmap at the moment in relation to, I suppose, the kill camps, and then obviously club activities, and then obviously county activities. So look, I'm sure they go from guidance of government. So look, I suppose we'll see what comes from that. But yeah, look, I'd have no problem going back out in the coaching. And my own opinion, and not speaking with a lot of other people, like before Christmas, I remember November, December, and coaching the kids in schools, and a couple of teachers said they never had it where there was around 15 kids out of a class of 30 out sick at any one time, and that was in a couple of schools. And then speaking to other GPOs, it was happening across a lot of schools across the county and country, where in November, December, where they'd never seen children out so much at one time. So was it in the community before Christmas? I reckon it was, but sure, look, that's my own opinion. I'm not a health expert or a doctor, so it was just the way I felt.
Because anecdotally, there are people saying that. For your former Dublin teammate, Desi Farley's after taking over Dublin this year, 5 league games, 2 wins, 2 draws and a loss. Coming in as manager in the first year in your own right at a senior level, I presume there's sort of a learning curve that's going to happen, and also in his case he's taken over a team that's already created history, so there's a couple of reasons why it's probably a tough time for him to take over.
Yeah, look, absolutely. Look, I suppose you would say it's the poison chalice, taking over of a team that would, like Harry would have been fairly successful, or would have got them promoted, Wicklow promoted, and then you look at Jim got like only dealing with Dublin. I suppose there's a lot of pressure there in relation to trying to get lads to think of your philosophy and what you're about. So like, that was the one thing I would like to deal with players one-on-one, like, speak to them and not be kind of a dictator. I would have thought, like, trying not to dictate to players. Obviously, look, you have to have your certain principles and guidelines of what you want to. Are certain rules and stuff, but like, I don't want lads to go and win a match for me. You know what I mean? I want the lads going to win them for themselves, the player beside them, then the team. And from that point of view, like, the pressure of trying to get those lads to buy into something that they can't see. Do you know what I mean? I suppose it's from a Wicklow perspective. Okay, lads, this is what I want you to. This is what we could achieve. Is it a realistic goal? I think it is. But when there has been so much success, it's very hard to sell it and say, look, these are what's required, or to get you to that level. If you do this, this is what's going to happen. And I suppose for Desi, he was coming in different pressures in the sense of, okay, I can't change up too much because they've been so successful. And it's just a balancing act that he's trying to. I would have. Well, I'm in those shoes. It'll be a balancing act. Okay, how do the lads have played at such a high level? The consistency in their performances has been top drawer. and you don't come in to change much up, and you're just trying to come in. And Desi would have accumulated a lot of respect, obviously being a previous player, but also with a lot of respect in relation to this underage success that he would have had with the likes of Kieran Kilkenny, Paul Manning, and these guys. So that would have carried a lot of respect coming into that, So it is difficult, but I'd say, look, Desi, he's the type of character that he is. He's his own man. Like he's more than capable to handle it. And look, he's Mick Galvin in there. Like, there's the one thing I'd always like when you're doing a job is to surround yourself with people who you can trust 110% and always have your back. But the other thing is not just with the trust, is the football philosophy. The same idea of football. Whereas if you're looking at something, I know if I'm looking at a game and I'm watching it, and I know if I miss something, I know if Robbie Brennan or Baggio will see it. I know he's seeing what I'm he's going to see what I'm saying, or if I see something that Baggio, that'll happen. Yeah. So you have that kind of thing where you can bounce things off each other, and that it's in the same mind frame of what you want, as a football manager or coach.